Today's topic is stretching, and specifically whether the type of stretching you do should change, whether it's before exercise or after exercise. So let's say right now you've just laced up your trainers, you're about to go and do a 5K, and you're thinking, okay, I've got 5 minutes before I'm leaving. Should I do some long stretching? Should I do some mobility work before I take off? Research has shown that stretching for too long in a static position before you perform an exercise can actually have a detrimental effect on your performance. So if you're about to perform a personal best lift, or you're going to be performing in the Olympics, maybe doing these long static stretches isn't a good idea to do right before competition time. However, that doesn't mean we shouldn't be stretching at all before we exercise. We want to be focusing more on dynamic movements, so moving in and out of a position instead of holding it stationary. You can do some static holds, but if you're going to do them, focus on the areas of restriction. So for general population, we're probably going to focus on the quads and the hip flexors, even the calves and the structure of the ankle. If you live that sedentary lifestyle and you spend a lot of time sitting down in a chair, working at a computer, chances are you're going to be adaptively tight in these tissues. So then jumping up out of a chair and pounding the pavement for 4 or 5 miles, your body's not going to react in a great way to that. You're going to get the stiffness, you're going to get pains, you're going to get aches. We should always be prioritizing movement first, and specifically the quality of the movement versus the amount of weight we lift or the speed that we can do our 5K at. So if you're about to go for a run, yes, do some dynamic stretching. Yes, do some short static holds, some soft tissue work. If you do feel particularly restricted in an area and you want to hold a longer stretch, totally fine. The benefits of that stretch are probably going to outweigh the negatives. So on the flip side of it, you've just come in from a 5K, you've smashed a PB hopefully, and you're thinking to yourself, do I now just flop on the sofa? Ideally, no. Let's think about the muscles we've just been using. Tons of quads, tons of hip flexors and calves. So now we're looking to increase the mobility for next time and also to aid in recovery. And for this, we're going to be doing slightly longer holds. So now we can go more into the static stretching. We're trying to take an individualized approach to our stretching and our mobility. Everybody is so different. So if you're in the gym and the person next to you is reaching forwards and stretching their hamstrings, that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to do that as well. So I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments or send me a message, and I'll see you next time.